Imagine waking up one morning, stepping outside, and the world feels wrong. The sun hangs frozen in the sky. Cars, rivers, even birds, all suspended. The Earth has stopped spinning. Sounds impossible, perhaps. But what if it actually happened? The consequences are both terrifying and unimaginable. Today, we explore exactly what would happen if our planet froze in place. Welcome back to What If Universe, the channel where we explore mind-bending scenarios, impossible possibilities, and shocking truths hidden in science, history, and human behavior. Today, we re-asking a question that could literally change your perspective on life itself. What if Earth stopped spinning? From natural disasters to gravitational chaos, and from human survival to the collapse of entire ecosystems, nothing would be the same. Stay tuned, because the reality is more shocking than you can imagine. First, let's understand what spinning does. Earth rotates at roughly 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That rotation affects everything: the day-night cycle, weather patterns, ocean currents, and even gravity's subtle pull. Stop that spin, and the world would be thrown into immediate chaos. Imagine standing outside, the air itself moving at hundreds of miles per hour. Oceans would surge, creating colossal tidal waves taller than skyscrapers. Storms would form instantly, tearing across continents. Cities would be buried, coastlines destroyed, and landscapes completely reshaped within hours. And it's not just water. The atmosphere would continue moving at the original speed while the planet stops. Winds exceeding 1,000 miles per hour would sweep everything off the surface. Trees, buildings, vehicles, humans. Nothing would survive the initial impact. In seconds, civilization as we know it would be obliterated. But that's only the beginning. What about the sun and the deadly temperature swings that follow? Right now, Earth's spin creates our day-night cycle. Stop it, and one side of the planet would face the sun endlessly, while the other side remains in perpetual darkness. Temperatures on the sun-facing side could soar above 300 degrees Fahrenheit, boiling oceans and incinerating everything on the surface. The dark side? Temperatures could plummet to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit or lower, freezing continents solid. Animals, humans, and plants would face extreme stress within hours. Crops would die, water would evaporate or freeze, and countless species would vanish almost instantly. Those who survived the initial spin catastrophe would have to contend with a planet divided between unbearable heat and unimaginable cold. The equator might remain slightly more habitable due to inertia, but life there would still be precarious. And even if humans found shelter, the food chain would collapse, leaving survival a daily struggle. And that's just the surface. Beneath the crust, the planet itself wouldn't remain calm. Earth's rotation stabilizes its shape and distributes centrifugal force. Stop the spin, and the planet would reshape itself. Oceans currently bulging at the equator would flood continents near the poles, while equatorial regions might rise slightly. Massive earthquakes would shake the planet relentlessly. Volcanoes would erupt as pressure builds in the mantle. Mountains could crumble. Entire regions could sink or rise in the course of days. And since tectonic plates are in constant motion, this sudden disruption could trigger unprecedented seismic activity worldwide. Even the planet's magnetic field might weaken. Without rotation, the geodynamo in the core could falter, leaving Earth vulnerable to deadly solar radiation. Humanity's protective shield, the magnetosphere, could diminish, exposing survivors to radiation sickness and deadly solar flares. So you survive the waves, the storms, the freezing and burning. But could humans endure the long-term consequences? Let's assume a small population survives the initial chaos in specially prepared shelters or underground bunkers. What next? With day and night no longer cycling, the concept of time itself becomes disorienting. Humans rely on circadian rhythms. Without natural light, sleep patterns collapse. Mental health crises would skyrocket. Food scarcity would be immediate, with crops dead and oceans destroyed. Survivors would rely on stored supplies or artificial farms. But over time, maintaining life support systems without solar energy becomes nearly impossible. Fresh water may be available underground, but replenishing it could take years. And imagine social consequences. Power structures would break down. Governments collapse. Communities fracture. Resource wars would erupt among the survivors, turning what's left of humanity into a desperate struggle against both nature and each other. But that's not the end of the nightmare. Earth's orbit itself would start to change. Even if Earth somehow survives the initial spin catastrophe, the planet's orbit around the Sun would be affected. Without rotation, the planet might begin to wobble. Seasons could become erratic or disappear entirely. The Moon's influence, which relies on rotational forces, would shift tides unpredictably, creating further chaos in the oceans. And think bigger. Planets are balanced in a delicate cosmic dance. Disrupting Earth's rotation could alter interactions with other planets, increasing the risk of asteroid collisions or gravitational instabilities. In short, stopping Earth from spinning isn't just a local disaster, it could have far-reaching cosmic consequences. So, what would happen if Earth stopped spinning? The short answer: utter chaos, unimaginable disasters, and a struggle for survival that could last for generations. From catastrophic winds and tidal waves to scorching heat, freezing darkness, earthquakes, and cosmic instability, the planet would never be the same. If this video blew your mind, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more mind-bending scenarios from What If Universe. And tell us in the comments, if Earth stopped spinning for just one day, would you survive? I'll be reading every answer. Until next time, keep wondering. Because in the universe of possibilities, anything could happen.